Aloha, I'm Paul Normann. I'm the Executive Director of Neighborhood Places Puna. And today I'm going to just take a few minutes to talk a little bit about routine or habits. It's something we run into a lot in Neighborhood Places Puna. And it's something that's really practical in life in general. So as most of you know, Neighborhood Places Puna works primarily with families with children, especially families with young children. And being a parent is hard. And parents come to us for help with a whole lot of different things. But it's not uncommon for us to have a parent come to us who's at their wits' end because a child is not behaving or they're acting out or whatever, however the parent frames it. And, you know, there are a lot of reasons for this. But the two big ones are usually either the parents' expectations are unrealistic, they're not developmentally appropriate, or there's a lack of routine and consistency in the home. And that's a big one. And it's a fairly easy fix. So routine and structure are really, really important for the healthy development of children. It gives children, especially young children, it gives them a sense of security and stability, and they begin to learn what's expected to them. And it gives them a little bit of freedom to explore and grow. And it also helps them deal with transition when that happens. You know, if you are struggling with your children routine, and you can do it for children of all ages, look at your daily routine. Do you have certain routines? Do you have a bedtime routine? Do you have a mealtime routine? Do you have a get ready for school routine? Do you have a coming home from school routine? Do you have a playtime? Are those in place? And if one isn't in place, or they're kind of inconsistent and loose, then maybe look at adding some, beginning to create certain routines to help children know what to expect. And if you don't have consistent routines, or have routines for all, you have routines for some things and not for other things. So just be careful, because adding new routines, starting new routines can be hard. It's a change. Change is really hard. It's hard for everybody, for adults, for children. So change is hard. So, start simple. Don't try to change all the things. Don't try to change everything. Don't try to create a routine for everything. Just, start with one or two simple routines and begin to implement them. And with a lot of forgiveness, and expect it to take some time. But be consistent, right? Be consistent, because over time it will take. And you can adjust, you can have some flexibility. Somebody comes over, grandma comes over and kind of blows the routine out of the water, right? That's okay. One time's fine. For the next day or whatever, the Monday, whatever it is, back to the routine, just build it over time. Tremendously stabilizing, and you as a parent will benefit tremendously as well. You'll find certain things in your life will just be easier. Right. And so then, so the other part of this is that habits are very trendy right now. There's a lot of information out there about building habits. Myself personally, I tend to be kind of resistant to structure, to impose structure, and yet have benefited tremendously from certain routines and habits in my life, and have grown, have learned ways to get more comfortable putting structure around my life. Because the reality is that if we want to change our lives, if we want to become better people, or we want to do something different with our lives, or we want to have more friends, or we want a different job, or whatever it is. Those changes actually happen by littles. They're little changes over time. And the easiest way to cultivate those changes is through habits and routines on a daily basis, right? So if you want to have more friends in your life, you want to have more friends, then developing a routine about connecting with friends on a regular basis. At first, it's going to be hard because you haven't ever done that. And there's the habit of the way you've always done things. That's gonna you're gonna always want to revert to that because that's comfortable. But over time, you can affect that change. And same thing with changing your career, or whatever it is you want to change in your life. It starts with little habits and knowing why you want to do that, right? Because you got to have the right motivation, or the routine is going to just be a drag. So, a lot of people want to exercise, they want to eat healthier. Everybody wants to make more money, whatever it is. But, those life changes of living a healthier lifestyle, exercise, for example. The most important thing is that you do a little exercise on a regular basis. Going to the gym for 3 hours once a week or every other week, great. If you love that, wonderful. But that kind of change, that doesn't have long-term impact. That doesn't have a long-term change, right? And that's a great habit to start with, but it's going to be more impactful. It's going to be more life transformative over time to do the little habit, even if it is a 15-minute walk every day. So, I just share this with you, a little bit of my own experience, a little bit of experience from working with families, with young children, about the importance of routine, the importance of habit, the importance of the rhythm of your life, because it's the little habits, the little routines that you do every day that transform your life. And, as far as the big work that Neighborhood Place of Puna does as far as changing society, right? Changing society to create a more compassionate society, a society in which every family has enough food to eat, in which every family has a home, in which every family has meaningful work. That's a big change. And we get there by making little changes. So Neighborhood Place of Puna advocates for and works for ending family homelessness in our community, right? Every day we're working on that. And, make a little bit of progress, fall back, make a little bit of progress, fall back, but we keep working. So routine, structure, habit can help you within the home, with your family life, with your children. It can help you in your personal life as far as achieving things that you want to achieve, learning things you want to learn, however you want to change your life. Tremendously powerful. And it can help us collectively as a community to create a more compassionate society, a society that is more supportive of families. So, if you want to find out a little bit more about Neighborhood Place of Puna, please visit neighborhoodplaceofpuna.org. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you please follow the page if you want to see these videos when they come out, and you can always hit the bell so that you get a notification when the latest video comes out. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Aloha.